Hey folks, got a rare piece of history here today. I wanted to go through with y'all before I put it on my fully rebuilt motor, which today is the day. It's been a long time coming. I've collected parts now for about 6 years, and I will be doing a 1985 Mugen flat track bike. And what you have here today is a 1985, the 85 Mugen cylinder, which is in a Cr style. They came out with the ATV style in 1986, as far as my knowledge goes, as far as everyone else's knowledge goes, and so it made sense for me to build this on the 1985 Atc250r. So I just want to go through the cylinder in the head, jug in the head, before I put it on, just because they are so rare and they're unicorns, especially for us hardcore Honda guys, and give you an idea of what's different on it. And it's obviously, it looks completely different just by the looks of it, but just kind of show you guys the port work and you know, how it's lined, how the head's done, all of that good stuff. So yeah, have looked for one of these for years and years, and I finally have it. I also have the Mugen fork. That's going to be a full Mugen bike. I'm super excited about it. So we'll start. I've got the sun coming in one way, and that's kind of what I wanted. So I'll turn this around. Start with the porting, and I'll try to get the best view I can possibly get for y'all. As you can see, and maybe you can't see, this is completely smooth with like a factory coating through it. You can kind of see this little, it's not really a scratch, but more of a mark here. You can see it kind of mark the coating. Try to get in there best I can do, this old phone, so you can kind of see it all. So it's a pretty trick. And again, this is from Honda. Mugen was a their factory Honda tuner. Mugen was started by Honda's son, and not real typical here to see anything Mugen, but I assume that you would see it more so in Japan. I know they did in the mid 80s, did a lot of CRX stuff also that are just, I mean, crazy expensive also, that kind of stuff. So, I don't know if you can see in there, that's completely smooth also. There is some, this has been ran, which is super cool. I guess I'll tell you the difference. So you could put this on your ATV, whether it be in 85, you could put it on your ATC. But you could also put it on, you know, the Atc250r ATV motor in 1985 only, as far as I know. All the CR stuff is really hard to put on, or I don't know if it's possible to put on a ATC bottom end. I'm sure it is, with incredible modifications. This didn't really take hardly any modifications. They had some sort of a flap in here, and it was controlled by this. I don't really know. I'm not a CR guy exactly what it did, but it had to do with the exhaust. And so that's just been taken out. And then someone made a custom flange to support the ATV or ATC exhaust. Move here to the head. The head is an O-ring style instead of a gasket style. As you can see, the cooling ports are massive on this bike. It's typical for the 80, definitely the 85. I'm not sure about other models to have the dual inlet. But yeah, the cooling ports are huge. This is a standard bore for the ATC or the CR, and it is chrome lined. The ATV version, 86 style, It was Nicosil lined. Big difference there. And I'm just trying to show everything to give you a good idea of the difference. It would be nice for me to have a 85 CR jug right next to it so you could see the difference, obviously in the video, but if you know what you're looking at, you can definitely tell the massive differences. So these are all numbered. I kind of went back and forth to see if it was a 64 or a 79. I'm going with 79. It seems like that's probably the case just because there's not an end on that, what would maybe be a 4 upside down. So the community has never seen, I think, anything over 100. We don't think that none of us, anyone I've talked to has actually had these parts, and there's just a handful of us. Any cylinder parts. We don't think that there's probably over 10 or 20, maybe up to 30 here in the States. I'm not sure where they all went. I got this from a gentleman that got it from a huge dealer. I believe it was in Ohio. I'd have to check. I wrote all that down. I believe it was in Ohio. And he was a team guy. He had a Honda race team. And he said that you could only get these if you had a Honda race team at the time. So, and he had 2 of them. I believe him. They didn't advertise for these. They didn't, you know, do any of the stuff that they used to do for the air-cooled stuff and the earlier CR stuff. 85 and 86 came. All the advertising went away, and you couldn't really buy one if you're a normal, just a normal average Joe. And that's coming from the guy that owned that large dealership and had the race team, which makes sense. Or we'd probably see more like we do with the air-cooled stuff. And that stuff's still super rare and super, super valuable. But yeah, I just want to go over it before I mounted it. It's just such a cool part of racing history, and super excited for the build. Again, I'll go over the forks. They are wild also. They have dampers at the bottom. Obviously for the Atc250Rs, you did not get dampers off the original forks. They are Showa forks also. So it's all Honda stuff, all in the Honda family. So yeah, just wanted to go over it for y'all. Hope you enjoyed it. It's kind of cool seeing. It's going to be black here real soon. That's why I wanted to film it when it was still raw. It's going to be 1985 black Atc250r color motor. So yeah, y'all have a good day, and enjoy the weekend. It's Thursday here, so weekend's coming. And again, I'll try to go through with you on this build as it goes along, because I think it's going to be just one of the greatest builds ever been done, just because of the pieces I have, and definitely the greatest build I've ever done. So yep, y'all have a good day.